Hey, Legal Vices here. We're doing our third whiskey tasting today. Today we're going to be looking at Heaven Hill Distillery's Bottled in Bond Mellow Corn. This is kind of a legendary whiskey. A lot of people have talked about it. It is definitely not a premium whiskey. Yeah. Here in Korea, it's about $30, 30 US dollars a bottle. In America, I don't know what it was, but I can't imagine it would be over 10 bucks. Probably. Hopefully, maybe a lot less than that. What do we know about this? Pretty much nothing other than it is a straight corn whiskey, which means it has a shit ton of corn in it. It may be entirely distilled from corn. I just don't know. It doesn't specify that. But it is bottled in bond, so that means it's aged at least 4 years in a government bonded facility. And it also has to be at least 100 proof or 50% alcohol, which you can see right up there at the top. So we know it's at least 4 years old. It's high in corn. Corn makes whiskey sweeter. Bourbon has to be at least 51% corn. Rye has to be at least 51% rye. So this is a straight corn whiskey, so I'm going to go out on a limb and just assume this is just a pure corn whiskey. Don't know much about it. I just know it's looking pretty rough. The label is pretty basic. And notice the safety cap, plastic cap on this with the screw tab. There we go. The child safety ring has now been sprung. I know nothing about this. I've never tasted it. This is our first tasting together. Like I said, I could imagine it's got a really high alcohol bite at 50%. And I imagine it's going to be sweet on the finish, or, well, let's just see. First pour ever. The reason I got this was I've heard so many people talking about it. It looks like absolute rot gut. Some people really like it. Some people think it's absolute trash. So as soon as it just has arrived in Korea, and I thought, hey, as long as it's here, let's dive into it and see what it tastes like, just for kind of shits and giggles. Well, let's get into it. Definitely has some alcohol on the nose. Woo! It's got a lot of alcohol on the nose. Not a lot there other than alcohol. Like maybe a hint of sweetness, but now like the sensors in my nostrils have been fried beyond recognition at this point. Yeah, it's like alcohol and something kind of sweety in there. All right, here it goes. Let's see what we've got on the palate here. It's got nice, not fantastic legs on it, but it's okay. Let's dive in. Well, sounds like the ambulance is on the way already, just in case. Smooth. Okay, we've got the alcohol burn. Yeah, that is a pretty rough 50% alcohol. Yeah, that's kind of made my tongue go numb. I mean, it's not offensive. I really don't know what else to say at the moment. That first shock, the first shock of always trying a new whiskey is sort of a throwaway. It just kind of, your system isn't ready for whatever it is, and my system certainly wasn't ready for that. There's a little bit of candy, like sugary candy on the finish right now. Now that my tongue has sprung back to life, let's have another go at this. Wish me luck. It's very sweet. Corn. Tastes a lot like corn. Sugar. Candy. It's just like candy. Just like candy that's just sugar. Just like a hard candy. No. Okay, now that it's kind of dying away, there's some little cherry notes coming into it a little bit. Corn, whiskey, sugar. And I guess if you were to like take corn and make a hard candy out of it, this might be what it tastes like. I mean, it doesn't just taste like you're eating corn on the cob, but it's definitely a corn note. I really don't even know what to say about this. It's not it's not offensive. I don't know what you do with it. It's certainly not something I would drink neat, just like this. I can't, I'll have to screw around with some cocktails and see if it tastes good in cocktails. I'll have to try to find something to do with it because I got a whole bottle of it here. Unless there's some sort of magic awakening or epiphany that happens and I make some kind of a cocktail and it totally takes it to another transcendent level. I don't think I'd be buying this ever again. But then again, I mean, it's for the very, very unrefined palate, I would say. I mean, if you're, I won't say teenagers, because in America that would be underage drinking, but if you are of legal drinking age, barely, and can't afford a lot of anything, and you're looking for a good, quick drunk that probably won't kill you, unless, of course, you overdo it and die of alcohol poisoning, but under normal drinking circumstances, probably wouldn't do major damage to your system. Gotta go with this. It's kind of bland. It's kind of nothing. It smells like alcohol. It tastes like alcohol with a little bit of corn and sugar mixed in. If I had to do a 1 to 10 scale, good solid 4. It's definitely in the bottom half of a scale, but it's not right at the bottom. Wow, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. Honest to God, it's just, it's there. It's got lots of alcohol in it, and it's barely drinkable, but it's drinkable. Well, don't forget to put the cheap plastic cap back on. Okay, third drink, actually, now that I'm on my way out, third drink actually picks up a lot more of the sweetness and a little more of the corn flavor. Alrighty, well, still, it doesn't change my rating or my comments at all. Heaven Hill Distilleries. Mellow corn. Straight corn whiskey. Bottled in bond. Alright. It is what it is. Next time we're going to be back with something that I really, really hope and believe will be much, much better than this. But hey, this is just one of these one-off rot gut things. Let's just see what it tastes like for giggles. And that's what it is. Thanks for joining me for this uninspiring, barely drinkable, sort of just kind of lay around the house and get drunk with it, out back whiskey. Until we meet again, take care. Try to find a better whiskey than this, but if this is the only one you can afford, all right, go for it. And reminding you to enjoy your legal vices.